So tonight we are going to really master the basics, the essentials of skin. I know last week we kind of came at you all fast and furious with a 28-day skin challenge with this beauty lounge that we're in tonight. And there's just a lot going on, which is so fun because we just need a chance to connect and laugh as girlfriends. So we felt like one of the big questions we were getting last month was, oh my gosh, I want to participate in this skincare initiative, but I'm late to the game, or I don't even know where to start. And so for many of us that have been partnered with our company for a while, skincare may come easy to us. We might be like, well, what do you mean you don't know the essentials of skin? But Lee, wouldn't you agree? And Kimmy, like we get inboxes all the time, like, what brand do I use? What system do I use? Do I need to use a toner? Do I really need to wash my face? I use bar soap. Is that okay?
No, not okay.
No.
The shampoo goes down my face. I mean, these are like all really normal things. And like, I do a lot of virtual consultations with clients. And what I find is there is so much confusion out there. And if you think about like, not only our products, but our system and what we have, is we really can just put together so many different things and really customize the perfect regimen for each person. You know, not only based on their skin type, but based on what they're willing to do. How much time do they have? What is their commitment level? Mm-hmm. And so what I find is that a lot of women, they're like, I just don't really use anything because I don't know what to use. Exactly. And so that's really what we're going to talk about tonight is, you know, how to select like the essentials, at least the essentials. And basically everybody should be doing the essentials, right? No matter who you are, if you're female, male, what your skin type is.
It's important at a young age as well to start with the essentials. You know, I think I can definitely attest to having a mother who that was the only way I could wear makeup is if I did the essentials. And at the time, I did not like her for it, but I'm super appreciative that she taught me that.
Leverage, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a system. Once you start doing it, I think it was so brilliant to do this 28 days because it is essential to have that primary system of wash, tone, and cleanse. Mm-hmm. That is wash, tone, cleanse, wash, tone, and moisturize. Sorry, guys, wash, tone, and moisturize, right? Because everything else is just it's gonna make everything else work so much better. But Lee, you're right. A lot of people, they just kind of, oh, well, I rinse my face with water, or Kimmy, I was that mom, just so you know. If my kids wanted to wear makeup, they better darn well know how to clean their face.
Yep.
Yeah, and so our goal tonight, we're going to sort of turn it over to Vina, but we're all going to chime in because that's just what girlfriends do. But we're going to give you really instruction on the importance of cleanse, tone, moisturize, which is your 3 minimal steps that everybody should be taking. Like they're saying, from, you know, maybe being a preteen all the way to forever and ever, amen. But I think one thing that I really want everyone to realize tonight, I actually helped one of my partners earlier with a custom blend consult, and that led to a skincare conversation. And she was spending money on all these amazing high-end brands, and she was still, there was like concerns she had with her skin. So I sort of just told her, walk me through what you're doing. And the one thing that I noticed she wasn't doing was a toner. And then so I just explained, like, you're going to get more value from your serums and treatments, just mastering that step, and then using a roller was one thing she was missing. So my whole point is that don't assume that everybody, even skincare junkies, are mastering these essential steps. They may not be. So it's for everyone. And we're going to talk to you tonight, but also through you tonight. And our goal is that you're on the path to, you know, the best skin that you can have, but also that you're going to help other people, and it's going to empower you to have those conversations with your customers too. So again, we're just going to be casual with this. Maybe Jamie will come on, maybe she won't, but we're going to roll with it and really talk to you about, Vina, if you want to kind of talk about the steps, and then we can all kind of collaborate on what systems we like, because some of us like, you know, Cell Labs, some like Timeless Prescription, some like Lumiere de Vie. So we all have a little bit of a different preference. And those of you that are on video tonight as a panelist, feel free to chime in if you want to share like what system you're using and why, and what you feel it's done for you. And I think that that'll really help everyone who's tuning in. All right. Step one, Vina, right?
The cleansers are so important, and we have quite a few different cleansers for different reasons. But honestly, for example, the Skintelligence, we're going to talk about the Skintelligence cleanser, right? That's a botanical cleanser, and it's more of a milky cleanser. Now, I typically recommend that to the younger group because it really gets in there, really dissolves that dirt and oil, really does that hard lifting. And then obviously, if you guys use a cognac sponge, it just kicks it out of the park, right? But here's the thing, with the weather changing, and some of you already have the cold weather. I'm still sweating. I'm in California. I won't lie. It was almost 90 degrees yet again. And so our weather hasn't changed as much, but at nighttime we get really cold. I think we get, don't be mad with me, we get about 55 degrees, Lee. I'm sorry, because I'm sure it's much colder where you're at, right?
Yep.
But so, what I'll do is when the weather changes and the skin gets more dehydrated as our skin fluctuates, I might add in the Skintelligence cleanser because of the milkiness and the hydration. It's not always my first go-to because I love the Lumiere de Vie one. Yeah, but the Skintelligence, it's great for your first cleanse because it is milky. It will get in there. It will pull out all that dirt and oil. So I love that about it. It's easy to use. So that's a great one. I don't know about you guys, but lately I've been using the micellar cleanser even more than I ever did before. Maybe because I'm a trailer person now. I'm living in a trailer. Some of you don't know my story. You'd be laughing right now with me if you knew.
It's not a trailer. It's a luxurious RV. It's a house on wheels. People.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
I love that, Vina. I think like some of the questions were, can someone start this Skintelligence at age like 10 or 11? Yes, I think that's a great target market for this product because it is hypoallergenic. Like Vina said, it's that milky, really moisturizing, pearly type texture. So it's super hydrating. And then with all of the botanicals, and they're extracts, right? Not essences.
Right.
So they're calming. Right. And you can smell that, like the lavender, the chamomile, the lemongrass. So I have everything. Many of you might ask also. So it sort of depends on my mood or this season, but this is a great product and it's so affordable. So don't let the affordable price tag make you think it's not high quality because it's really an amazing formula and great for sensitive skin or people who just maybe are using bar soap or not really doing anything for their skin. This is a great spot for them to start, right, Vina?
Oh my gosh, it's great.
And I think it's important that you stated about like, depending on the season, a lot of people change up their skincare regimen that's including cleansers and toners based off of to what the season is offering.
Exactly.
And when it comes to the Hydroderm cleanser, I always let my clients know that it is an emulsion. So it's not going to get really sudsy and airy like some cleansers do. But if you emulsify it in your hands before you start working it on the skin and let it do its job, it will really dissolve all of that dirt and grime or oils on your skin. But something that I want to go back to, Vina, that I caught you say, and I want you to reiterate on this, is you said something about your first and second cleanse. So I'd love for you to just share with everybody that, how many times you should cleanse your skin at night.
Absolutely. I always say the first time is a drive-by because really you're just trying to get off the day's makeup, or if you don't wear makeup, you might just be getting off the sweat or whatever that's on your skin, right? So that's going to be your first time. And a lot of people, they'll stop at that and then they'll go on. Now, I want you to understand, you're leaving things in those pores. So it's nasty. Don't be doing that. I'm just going to tell you. I know I'm being very clinical tonight, right? But don't. You should always use twice. You should always go through the second time. And I'll tell you, you can use this twice and it will really pick up all the dirt and oil. And that's why I always recommend this for my teenagers, especially my boys, especially the boys, because boys like to throw water on their face and call it good, right? So when they're using this, this is actually going to pull that excess dirt and oil out of their skin. It really does lift it out. So it's really good. But you definitely want to make sure when you're washing your face, you do those 2 cleanses, because one time it's just going to get partial. I can promise you that 100% of the time. I don't care how thorough you think you are. There's so much on your skin to take off. I mean, we make over 1 billion skin cells a day, right? So we really need to make sure not only we're taking the dead skin cells off, we're lifting all the dirt and the oil as well. So I think that's really important that you pay attention to that, as well as going over your eyes. With this milky cleanser, you guys can go over your eyes. You absolutely can. You can go under your eyes. I always tell you to be careful of your eyes. But with this deep cleansing milk, it absolutely can.
Yeah, I agree. So maybe we'll talk about the other cleansers and then let the panelists kind of talk about which one they use. So we started with Skintelligence, which is sort of like, hey, if you don't know where to start, this is a great one. Again, hypoallergenic, all skin types and tones, right? But you're not getting really a lot of those cutting edge targeted not serums, but ingredients, like the science-based clinically studied ingredients. So next step, I think, for as far as usability and customer base would probably be the Lumiere de Vie, because you're dealing with a formula that's great for sensitive skin, but it's also something that does help with those people who want to start prioritizing skin as far as anti-aging, deeper cleaning, more targeted treatment products. So and then we'll roll into our 2 more anti-aging lines after that. So Vina, you want to share a little bit about the Lumiere?
Yeah. So the Lumiere de Vie is really the technology. You know, when we talk about Lumiere de Vie, this is plant, marine derived. This technology of this particular line is phenomenal. I mean, if you're looking at that cleanser, you're looking at a cleanser that is really developed for people that have sensitive skin. So it has allantoin in it, right? It also has that panthenol, so it's very healing. I don't know if you guys realize how healing this cleanser is as well. So not only is it cleaning your skin, it's helping to heal your skin. So that's really important if you've been out in the sun, or as you colder weather people live in, the cold, it just like hits your face. This is actually going to help heal that as well. So that particular cleanser is really great for all ages. It is a little bit more sudsy. It's not like super sudsy, but it is a little more sudsy. So people, I always ask them, and here's the biggest thing: do you like milky or do you like sudsy? So if they like sudsy, I'll typically take them over to the Lumiere de Vie. They like milky, well, then I'll make sure that we include the other one. So that particular cleanser is going to be good really for all ages, all skin types. It works. It just knocks it out of the park. It's really amazing.
I love that. I think you made that really simple for people to understand. Like, it is great for all skin tones. Sensitive skin, it's great for. Anti-aging, it's great for. New to skincare. And preferences are good. That's why we have 4 lines, right? Because people like their options. So do you like the milky cleanser? To me reminds me of like when you're using sulfate-free shampoos, like they're cleaning, but you're not getting the suds. Whereas if you prefer that sudsy, really bubbly kind of clean feeling, you'll get that from Lumiere. So Kimberly, do you want to add anything to that?
There is a question here. Somebody's asking, you know, do I use the same cleanser to cleanse twice, or should I use different cleansers? What approach should they take on that?
Listen, that's a great question. And I'll tell you personally, I typically, because I am a product broker, I can use as much as I want. You should see my poor little bathroom in my RV. It's like almost throwing up product right now. But I will tell you, I will use, again, it just really depends. First thing in the morning, typically I'll use the milky cleanser. And then the evening time, I'll typically use, you know, one of the other, the Lumiere de Vie cleanser or the Timeless or something like that. So it's really going to be whatever works for you and what your skin. And that's the big thing, you guys. And that's why I always suggest get to a skincare 1-to-1 class, because honestly, it breaks it down for you. You really need to understand what your skin's going through, what's it's doing. You don't need to be an esthetician, but if you know your skin is red and chapped, or if you know your skin is being real sensitive, then pull out your Lumiere V. If you know your skin is dehydrated, then pull out your other one, you know, by or Skintelligence one. So it's really going to depend on what you feel is going on with your own skin. So there's no bad way. Wash your face. That's the only thing that's bad if you don't wash your face.
Girl, wash your face.
Wash your face is what I'm telling you. Yeah.
Okay, and then for anti-aging, we have two different lines. We have the timeless prescriptions. So for me, just from like trying to remember and keep it simple, think deep cleaning. Target market is more normal to maybe oily skin type, right? So the cleanser is an enzyme based, so it's going to deep clean. It is nice and sudsy, but it's not an abrasive cleanser. It's sort of more of a subtle, or not subtle, it's an exfoliator, but not in an abrasive way. So that whole line is more for deep cleaning, tightening, and firming, whereas Cell Labs is more for hydration and brightening. And we'll get there in a minute. But so your third option for cleanser would be the timeless prescriptions. I think it's called Exfoliating Cleanser. I have it up in my bathroom, with MDI complex, which is marine derived ingredients. So it's an incredibly powerful formula as well. I mean, some of these brands that we've had a longer time, to me, that speaks volumes, because we're a marketing company. And if something is selling, we keep it because people want it. So the fact that we've had this for quite some time means that it's giving results, or people wouldn't continue to use it and sell it, right?
Yeah. I've been recommending that particular cleanser for my people that are having struggles with maskne, because it's really great for combination skin. It also has bromelain in it, which with bromelain, you're looking at healing the skin and rejuvenating the skin. And again, a lot of people that have that combination, that T-zone, you guys are all familiar with that T-zone. That's who I typically recommend it to. And right now, that's been a big one I've been recommending it to for the maskne clients of mine that are coming in with, you know, the mask crossed hair. So they have this going on. And it's really been beautiful, especially like I said, bromelain is very healing. So the bromelain's really been helping with that rash as well.
I mean, that's amazing. Do you guys realize that that product has bromelain in it? I mean, we talk about that as a nutraceutical, but I think that that's powerful. And the other thing Vina is talking about is great for combination skin. The cleanser is actually pH balanced. So fun fact, I don't know if you guys are aware of that too. Leah or Kim, do you want to add anything to that?
No, I mean, I actually switch depending on the time of year. So like Vina said, like right now, we've already had our heat on for several weeks now. So it's like getting a lot drier. So think about that. And I also have clients that I will recommend a certain cleanser in the morning and a different cleanser at night. But here's the thing, like if you guys are like, gosh, I'm trying to get into that habit. Yes, I know I should do this 28 days. That's really what it's all about, is just getting you in the habit of doing it. But keep a cleanser in your shower. Keep one next to your sink. Like make it easy for yourself. And I will tell you that once you get into the habit, you don't want to go to bed without washing your face, because your skin like just feels like, oh, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to just like wash my face. And
I cannot. Yeah. I
and
cannot
even if
for makeup. Like it is, I don't care what time it is or where I've been. I have to take my makeup off.
Yeah. But I mean, I like the fact that we can customize with these cleansers. We can, you know, mix them with different moisturizers and toners. You'll hear about that. But we do also have these in value kits. So if you get the cleanser, toner, and moisturizer, you're automatically saving money right off the bat. And I'm really proud of myself because I usually kind of run out of everything at the same time too. So you know how sometimes you have like way more cleanser than toner? It all sort of like runs out at the same time if you use it correctly.
Absolutely. All right, so the last cleanser, because we have 4 comprehensive skincare systems. So we're going through 4 cleansers, and then we're going to roll into toners and moisturizers, kind of why we like them, but the same lines. So we have a Cellular Laboratories line. And to me, just from a marketing standpoint, when I look at that product, I think it looks like it's glowing, just like the packaging. Cellular Laboratories speaks anti-aging, like that makes sense to me. So it's more for hydrating, and it's great for dry to really extremely dry skin types. Great for anti-aging, for brightening, and all those amazing things. So I'll let Vina elaborate on that. But this is sort of going, again, this is our fourth one. So we got Skintelligence, we have Lumiere de Vie, Timeless, and now Cell Labs.
Yeah, and it's great to have that broke down for you, so you kind of have an idea. As you age, your skin is going to require different things. And one of the things is, as we do get older, and that's the one thing we all have in common. Some of you are a little further behind me than I like, but I'm just saying. You know, the Cell Labs is really more for your clients or you know, customers. They're going to want more of a richer. Now listen, stay away from that word heavy. Nobody, thank you. Yes. I think it's very sleek looking too. But nobody wants to hear you're giving them something that's heavy. They might say, "Oh, do you have something heavier?" But then they say, "Oh, it's too heavy. It feels too thick." You want to say richer. And that's what the Cellular Labs is all about, is that it is richer instead of heavier. But you'll see that consistency. You'll feel that it is a lot more sudsy, but you will see that it's more, you know, it has the ingredients that's going to keep the skin hydrated versus stripping it. So again, we're looking at a product that is going to be for your 45 plus. Now I say that, but then I have some people that are in their 30s that are very young, but they've just been out there in the sun a lot, and so their skin is really dehydrated. And when you're looking at someone's dehydration, when you look at someone's skin and you look at their pores, right, and you can see their pores, that means they have oil. Okay, so they'll be water dry, right? Not oil dry. So hopefully that helped you guys a little bit to kind of understand the difference between dehydrated and dry. Someone that has true dry skin, you cannot see their pores. And yet, you guys, I didn't know I was doing this tonight, so I had makeup on. I was just going to sit back and relax. So I'm totally not in it. I apologize. Normally, I would be doing this right with you guys. But yeah, and get that roller out. Get that roller out. I love my roller.
Girl. Yeah, so if you guys are following along, I did cleanse in my bathroom before I hopped on. So my cleansing is done, but we're going to do the toner and the moisturizer together. And obviously, if you use serums and treatments, that's awesome. I'm going to apply some. But we don't want to, our goal with these sessions is really just to sort of give you digestible information in categories, right? So tonight we're just mastering cleanse, tone, moisturize. In 2 weeks, we have Dr. Deidre joining Kim Ashley, who's on tonight. She just stepped away for a second, but and they're going to talk about really the formulation. It's a brand new product. Kim works really hard. She's so amazing at curating these incredible products with lots of cutting edge science behind them. And her team works tirelessly to always be on the next best thing so that we're always relevant. So I'm really excited to hear from her about that. But I know a lot of people are asking like all types of questions. Again, tonight we're just mastering the basics, okay? Because we don't want to overwhelm you. We know you're not going to buy $500 worth of product every single week. So we just want to sort of empower you week after week, and it's going to build on everything.
But can we just talk about these cognac sponges quick?
Yeah, girl.
You guys
I couldn't tell if it was that, or at first I thought it was a cotton round, but yeah, those cognac sponges are amazing.
Wait till y'all what we're bringing out in 2021 at the beginning of the year. We have something that goes along with all of that. I'm excited.
Some more, can we say tools for skincare, I guess?
Brushes, things like I can't help myself.
Yeah. People are asking me. So we have a set of 3 sponges that you can purchase. And I'm going to give you a little hint with these. If you buy the packages, you can split them up and give them away as a gift when your clients buy a 3-piece set. Yeah. And I love to just hook it on my cleanser, and then it dries. And then when I use it again, I just get it wet. And this will it's very gentle. So it's not like a rough loofah. It's very, very soft. Mm-hmm. That'll just help deep cleanse my skin a little bit more and kind of pull even more of the dirt and impurities up out of my skin.
And if you guys have
Right.
heard Lee talk before, like her skin is insanely sensitive to everything. So know that if she's saying that that cognac sponge is something great for her, you can feel confident in recommending that to other people. And by the way, earlier we were like, did you guys see on social media that video of Lee with the ice roller? We were like, why do you look so good with no makeup on? Because she's always talking about how bad her skin.
Amazing.
I have really good product.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so you guys with us on the cleanser. Maybe any of our panelists, some of you guys are cleansing. I love that. Feel free to unmute yourself if you want to chime in on what your favorite cleanser is this time of year or anything else you want to add. Feel free.
Well, I certainly am going to go first of all, because I want to say all of you ladies look so beautiful. You look lovely. And I really wanted to share, especially because Bina was talking about the skin intelligence and then the different products and moving along as your skin changes. So Bina, for me, I love the Cellular Labs. That's my favorite product, because I'm 61 now, and I found that at 61 my skin has definitely changed. And the fact that it's, first of all, it smells great, but you know that there's not a lot of stuff in it that's not good for you. You know, sometimes things smell really goodly, but then you find out they're not good for the skin. Just because they smell so great doesn't mean they were great for you. It has the cleanest, freshest smell. I love the richness, Bina. Thank you for pointing out that word, because it's perfect to use. I love the richness of the product. I love how it goes on my skin. It's awesome. Along with that eye balm, you know, I have, I don't know if anybody else has the puffy eyes. I inherited that from my dad instead of money. And so it's coming. And so, you know, every morning that eye balm is really, you know, when I use it really, and you know, it comes with the beautiful little roller, you know, the little ice little roller that comes with it. That's always nice and cold with the steel ball on the bottom. Of course, I would talk about it and not be able to find it. But at any rate, that cellular.
There we are.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Roseanne. Yeah, that product is my go-to. I love that product. I think it's been great for my skin. So yeah.
Well, you look amazing working.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. And Karen, I don't want to put you on the spot. Hopefully you're okay to talk, but you had a really amazing transformation in the 28 days of skin. So is there a particular line that you're using that you love that you want to share with people? Because it seemed like you had some sensitive skin also.
Yeah, I have always used Cellular Labs for 10 years. But for the treatments, I've used a lot of the Lumiere to be products. I use the fading fluid and the super cream and the concentrate. A lot of the things that brighten the skin, and it really had a great effect.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations for being so consistent and seeing such great results. And I think, you know, and the whole goal with the 28 days of skin is just keep it rolling and then empower the people to join you. And you're just going to keep, I think we just need that accountability to stay consistent, right? Like a lot of us are pretty diligent with skincare for the most part, but maybe sometimes we just do the bare minimum to get by. That would be me. Unlike Lee, I have my micellar cleanser on my nightstand. I have a cleanser in my downstairs bathroom, one in my shower, one in my sink. Like I'm at least cleansing, but not always doing all the extra steps. But we'll roll into toning, and any of the panelists, you're going to have a chance to share as we go along here with different brands and products that you love. But you know, I guess Vina, I'll let you talk because you're better at explaining, but it's really an essential step, right? And you want to do it after cleansing, before any of your serums.
Well, I mean, the bottom line is this: anytime you change the molecular structure of your skin by introducing anything that's going to dry the skin. So water dries the skin. That's just exactly what it does. So anytime you wash your face, which is great, you're using typically something like water to activate that product. And then now your pH of your skin is really off. And the reason why we want to keep the pH of your skin really balanced is so that it'll absorb better. So if your skin is really dry, and using water does dry your skin, then what's going to happen is that the next product is maybe going to penetrate, maybe not. So if you pH balance that skin, it's a synergy. So I like to keep it simple. Again, you guys, this isn't a skincare class, so I'm not going to go into a lot of technology or ingredients. That's what our Skincare 101 classes are for. But understand how you speak, like the 28 days. I really broke it down when I was doing the 28 days. And when I talked about the pH balancer or the toners, I explained to them it's going to allow your products to last longer as well, because you don't have to put so much product on your skin to make a difference. Now, what did
Good, good. I just have to pause. I've never heard that. That's such good like sales tip. It's realistic, but that's so good to say. It
yeah.
makes your product last longer. Did y'all hear that?
So there's so many benefits, and we can sit here and just really roll off the different benefits. But I mean, let's be real about it. People are going to use something that's going to help the next product work better, or to help their products last a little longer. It's just kind of where we're at, and how we think. We love to buy, but let's face it, pH balance or toners are not sexy. We're like, okay, it's a toner. Do we really need it? Are you just trying to make more money off of me? No, I'm trying to save you money, and this is how I'm doing it. So wash, always tone. Your toner is gonna depend again on what you're trying to accomplish. If you really think that way this whole time, when you wash, you tone, you moisturize, what is it you're trying to accomplish? What's your skin type? Who are you working with? You can't miss but be perfect with these toners. This particular toner, I remember and you guys, I've only been in this business now 3.5 years. I feel like an oldie, right? 3.5 years, but I remember hearing so much about this particular toner, which is an amazing toner. You can oversell something too. Keep it simple. Let them know. I mean, there's added benefits, but when I was doing my 28 days myself, listen, I had a huge practice, so I really didn't need to do this, but I did it to keep myself sharp. And I was shocked how many, not just my clients, but people that follow me on social media, and I'm not talking about Market America people, I'm talking about just friends and others. They're like, we didn't even understand the toner. Sometimes when you're in front of someone, you're talking so fast about all the stuff and what they need, that sometimes this gets missed. So just explaining it simplistically, hey, it pH balances the skin, it helps your products last longer, and it helps it become more active because it's not fighting that pH of your skin. So I love all the toners. I don't know if you want to break that down of the different toners.
And I just wanted to add, a lot of times, again, people don't know why they need to tone. So if you just explain a little bit of that, then they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I have it anyway. I might as well use it. Just really sets your skin up for what you're going to put on it next. And so usually people are like, that makes so much more sense. Thanks for explaining that to me. And they start using that toner. And I feel like it also, our toners do calm the skin as well, especially if you have sensitive skin and you do use a cleanser. Cleansers usually are a little more alkaline, so this is going to bring it back to a normal state and just calm it, soothe it, get ready for the next step. So I'm going to use my Lumiaid's V1. Do you want to talk about this one?
Well,
I love that one.
I just say it also helps with your makeup too. It makes your makeup last longer on your skin. People don't realize that, but toner is a key product for just not even with skincare, but for long lasting makeup and going on well.
Well, Kimmy, that's a great point, because what happens is when you pH balance the skin with a toner, now your products are not going to just sit on top of your skin. It's actually going to absorb quicker, because we're not a society that likes to be patient, maybe. And so with the pH toner, when you use a toner, that allows that product it creates a synergy to pull that product in even deeper. So now listen, you don't have all the products sitting on the skin, and now your makeup's going to look flawless. It's going to look really amazing. So yeah, that was a great tip. And Lee, the Lumiaid V, one of the big reasons why I love the Lumiaid V is it does have the allotonin, which is so great for calming the skin, but it also has the lactic acid. So it's a cell renewal. It's turning over those cells with that lactic acid in the Lumiaid V. So it's like a little exfoliation. Honestly, I love it when you spray it, but here's what I do. I like spraying it and then going back over with a cotton a 4x4 or a cotton round, and making sure that I got everything, especially the water, not the cleanser, but really more the water, that I got all the water taken down. Now I'll spray it that very last time, and then go on to my active ingredients, my active products.
So that was one of the questions that I saw where people were asking, do I spray it directly on my face or should I use a cotton round?
Yeah, it's, you know, it's preference. For years, again, I'm one of those people who've been in this industry longer than most people have been born on here. And so that being said, we didn't have the spray. We always put it on that little round and wiped it off. And so what I tell you is, the first time, I like doing it with the cotton. You don't have to. It's going to get everything. I'm just one of those people. I do have very sensitive skin. I do have rosacea. And because of that, I'm very cautious of too much water drying my skin or my skin flaring. So the allotonin in this, I want to make sure it gets all over. So the lactic acid is going to pick up those dead skin cells, and the allotonin in it is going to calm my skin down. So I love it.
And not only that, sometimes when you put it on a cotton round, you actually see that you probably missed with your cleanser some of the dirt and things. So if you see makeup or, you know, brown or whatever on your cotton round, make sure you cleanse a little bit better. That means you're probably missing some.
And my 2 cents, having really oily skin when I was younger, I've learned how to balance it, but I used to always use an astringent. And so I just want you guys to know that there is a difference between an astringent and a toner. And that I did that when I didn't know any better. You know, I'm like a teenager just going to the drugstore, buying whatever, or my girlfriend's using Sea Breeze, so I'm using it. And so for me, I never used a toner because I learned astringents are bad, and I didn't realize there was a difference between an astringent and a toner. So you know, the toners are, again, balancing the pH. They're finishing the cleansing, they're hydrating. A lot of them, especially with some of our more cutting edge lines, have really potent ingredients in it that help with certain skin concerns that you may have. So, and I've also heard people using like alcohol, like actual like vodka or alcohol.
Oh gosh.
Don't do that. I'm just trying to teach you guys what I've done or what I've heard. Yeah. So there is a big difference, is my point. And I'm not judging anybody, because you read a blog, you see someone post something on social media, and we're all just trying to figure it out, right?
Oh, I'm totally going to judge you if you're going to use drinking alcohol on your face.
Well, not tea, but oh Lord, I know sometimes you meet someone and you're like, yes, try to like have a poker face, like not be shocked by what they're telling you, right? Like, wait, what did you hear? Where did you hear?
Lisa, you've met me. You know I'm going to say something. Those poor people that would say that to me.
I just am clarifying, it was not me doing that, okay?
Someone is asking about witch hazel.
Okay, so witch hazel is not a pH balancer, and that's what Lisa just went over. Witch hazel does not pH balance the skin. Typically, witch hazel also will absorb excess oil, but it also absorbs all the oil. So you really want to be careful about that. And that's why, like, products like the Sea Breeze, back when I was in high school, like you said, they were astringents. But what would happen was, which was a perfect marketing ploy on their behalf, is that they dry your skin down. Well, what's the one thing? Your skin is so smart. When your skin gets too dry, what does it do? Well, then it produces more oil. So now you have this constant going around of drying it down, too oily, drying it down, too oily. So that's not a good pH balance. You want to use ingredients that are there to pH balance the skin and not dry the skin. There's a difference.
Great point.
So Vina, I have a question for you. I love all of our products, but this is the first time I actually used the LDV toner, and it felt a little bit burny on my skin. Not all the time, but once in a while. And I've noticed I've been a little bit blotchier, and I'm not sure if that is contributing to that or not.
So a couple things, and we can talk offline, but here's the thing. Anytime, have you ever had like chapped lips and you put chapstick on and your lips burn? It's because it's dehydrated. So I can almost guarantee that you probably have some dehydration going on. So what I would do for you is, instead of spraying it on, I would rub it on.
Okay.
And just be really good with your exfoliating.
Awesome.
That's what I'd recommend, because I don't know if you are. You probably are great at exfoliating, but you really want to do that. But that's what you want to do, is make sure that your skin, anytime your skin's going to burn, I mean, if you had a reaction, you would see red welts. if it's burning.
Oh yeah. I mean, tingly, tingly, not.
So that's dehydration. So what's happening is that it's actually going deep into the pores. You're feeling that activeness of that product and those ingredients, and it's in the end going to help. But I would say for you, you need to step up your game for exfoliation.
Got it.
All right.
That is a good comment or question though, Ro, because a lot of people have said that when you're using more active toners or active products in general, like Vina said, like a burning, maybe you have an allergy to something, but a slight tingle is maybe just a sign, okay, you're dry, or maybe it's just a little much for your skin, right? If you've not used it before, depending on, I know you, and you've been using great skincare for a long time because you've been a partner a long time. But maybe for, again, speaking through the people on tonight who have customers, like I know when my sister first started using the LDV toner, it is potent in a good way. And so maybe just use it one time a day instead of twice and kind of ease into it. Kim, I know when you guys were formulating this, that was one thing that you were saying when you launched it was it's very active, right?
Exactly, yes. So, I mean, the tingling is normal.
Mm-hmm. All right. So did we go through all 4 toners? I don't even know. I'm like over here.
Yeah, I don't think we did. I mean, the other 2 we have are going to be in our Timeless line and our Cell Labs.
Cell Labs,
and,
yeah.
And especially the Cell Labs. Again, when you use the Cell Labs cleanser, I am going to recommend that you use the Cell Labs pH balancer because those 2 work beautifully together. Now, serums and all the other active ingredients are fine, but I have found, especially in the Cell Labs, those 2 have such great synergy together. Now, I will tell you, which I was surprised, the Cell Labs, they do not have the spray. What they have is you have to put it on the cotton round and you rub around. So I would tell you when you're doing that, you definitely want to keep it off the top of your eye, that particular pH balancer, but you can go underneath your eye all day long. But I would keep that off only because it is a really active line, and just washing your face and washing those areas are going to be enough. I would not put the pH balancer on top of my eyes there. It might create a little bit of redness.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's only because it's so active. Again, when you're looking at anti-aging and you're looking at an aging line, which is the Cell Labs, a richer line, you're going to look at something that's a lot more active, and it has to be. I mean, we kind of need that extra boost as we age. And I can tell you, who was it that was 61? I mean, I'm 58. And as I've gotten closer to that 60 mark, I have found that I want more active ingredients. I can't use maybe the less active because my skin needs that extra kick in the DNA cells. So I like how I said that.
Yeah. So again, just recapping, like everyone should cleanse twice, right? Once to remove dirt, grime, makeup, all that stuff. The second time to really treat your skin. Toner, no matter what brand you're using, it's balancing the pH, alkaline versus acidity, prepping for your serums, treatments, and moisturizers to work optimally. And from marketing terms for the 4 lines, to keep it simple, Skintelligence is a great starting point. Hypoallergenic, affordable, botanical extracts, not essences. Extracts are calming, healing, soothing. The more expensive, high quality part of the plant. Essences are like a scent that's added to smell good, but it's irritating to your skin, right?
And Lisa, can I make a comment right there, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff. Understand there's no chemical perfumes in it. It's an essence, which is a smell. It's not a fragrance where it's a chemical ingredient. So understand when you're reading it, you're reading a smell versus, and I just know this from when I had my own line, it's a smell versus something chemical. People are used to perfumes when they smell that, and that's a chemical. Mm-hmm. This is, when you read on there, that is a smell. That's an essence, like Lisa was saying. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that there's no chemicals in this as far as smell.
Well, the extracts are the calming and healing property of the plant too. So it's great when you see the extracts, because that's what's gonna work for you. But some people think botanical is not for them because they've tried a plant-based or a botanical product before and it's not from our company, but from somewhere else. And it's irritating their skin because it's not the extract, it's, you know, more of the irritant. So that's Skintelligence. Then LDV, you can't go wrong. When we say LDV, we mean Lumiere DV, right? So first aid for the skin, great for sensitive skin. It is still calming and soothing. It's very active though, and everyone's skin is different, right? So Roseanne was saying like when she started using it, it was a little bit tingly. I would say tingly, not burning is like to me like, you want to scratch your face off, or tingling isn't always a bad thing. It's okay, it's working, or like you said, Vina, it's telling you something, right? But this is an amazing line. And then you've got the Timeless Prescription, which is one of the two more targeted anti-aging lines. Again, Timeless Prescription has more of that normal to oily target market, but great for firming and deep cleaning. And then Cell Labs, think, you know, again, great for anti-aging, brightening, hydration, things like that. So, and Vina mentioned it earlier, and just to reiterate, you kind of want to work in systems as far as these essential steps: cleanse, tone, moisturize, but go ahead and piece in all the treatments that you want. Moisturizers, you can even sort of a la carte here and there, but specifically, I feel like cleanser, toner, there is a reason, and I know Kim has told me that when they formulate a new line, like they really do formulate those products to enhance each other, I guess you would say.
Right, to work together. So that is the idea.
Yep. So just trying to keep it simple for you guys. Work in a system, one of those 4 systems, and we'll reference in your follow-up email. We'll have some links where you can download. But if you're a business owner with us, go ahead and go on the back office and just type in skincare or the brands we're talking about, and you're going to see all of the recommendations lined up. So I guess we'll wrap it up with, a lot of us, you see, by the way, we're multitasking and we're making the most of our time. So we are putting our serums on. We're using our roller for our serums. But we aren't going to go into that tonight because we have dozens of serums, and we'll be here for 5 hours and it's just too much. So we just want you to master the basics, cleanse, tone, and we're going to talk about moisturizing, and then we'll let our panelists chime in and you guys tell us what you've been using that works for you. But I guess moisturizing, just from a concept, Vina, you know, you can touch on that and then we'll open it up.
Yeah. So, I mean, when we talk about, again, let's just go ahead and start with our Skintelligence. You actually have 2 there. You have the Daily Moisture Enhancer, which this has a hyaluronic in it. So hyaluronic, in case you guys didn't know this, holds 10 times its weight in water. So very hydrating. And then you also have the Alpha 24, which has a glycolic in it. It's not drying. What it does is helps with the cellular turnover. And it's really great for those people that have oily skin. So this is going to be for all skin types. When I'm working with teenagers or people under 21, I work with the Alpha 24, and that has the glycolic in it for a little bit more of an enhanced cellular turnover. Then we're going to let's go ahead and shoot right on. And that's going to be, again, anyone can use this. I'm just telling you, if I'm looking at someone, typically this is going to be for your under 30. Is your Skintelligence moisturizer. Now we're going to look at someone that needs a little bit more active, and I'm going to go right to my Lumiere DV. And if anyone has ever been on my classes, you know my Lumiere DV has my favorite ingredient in it, which is bakuchiol. Right? So it's really a huge word out there. There's a huge ingredient out there. It's really trending if you go and you even Google that word, bakuchiol. And that's because it works with the synthesis of your collagen. It actually works with firming and toning your skin. So it's working with stimulating the collagen in your skin. And that's what we lose as we get older. When we get dehydrated, you guys know when you're dehydrated, that's where they take from, is your collagen. So that's why I love the Lumiere DV moisturizer. And then we're going to go to our next moisturizer would probably be Cell Labs. Am I missing anything?
Can I just show them how much to use of the
Yes.
moisturizer? Because like, honestly, you guys, this is enough for my whole entire face.
Right.
And a lot of people, if they haven't used our skincare before, they don't realize how concentrated it is. So I will actually show them how much to use of our product. And anything in a pump, one pump is all you need for your entire face. So I like to just kind of work it in my fingertips first and then, start to apply it. And that will be enough. And I'll usually go onto my neck even a little bit too.
Oh, I love the way that it feels. And it's so, again, it's very active. It helps with anti-aging, but also it prevents. And that's what you guys need to look at too, is all ages, it prevents. By the way, you guys, it's only 5 o'clock here. So I wouldn't be doing that anyway. All of that, because I think you guys are more East Coast time, right?
Yeah.
And also the other thing is, this moisturizer should not go up by your eyes.
Thank you for mentioning that, Lee. Oh my gosh, yeah. You guys, listen. I have lost count how many people say I don't buy eye cream or eye serum because I just use my moisturizer. I scream every single time. I can't help myself. I scream like a little girl because here's the reason why. The molecular structure of a moisturizer is too thick to work underneath the eyes.
So, I think the point she's making is the molecular structure is different. Your skin underneath your eyes is a different structure than the skin all around your face. So we'll get more into specific eye treatments and creams on another Zoom, but just be mindful of avoiding your eyes, like Lee said, because it can be too much or too intense.
And I honestly like to put my eye cream on first before my moisturizer, because that way I kind of know where to bath. I know some people like to put their moisturizer on first and then their eye cream. There's really no wrong or right way, but if you are using retinol, you want to put your eye cream on first anyway. So I just like to do it before my moisturizer, and then that's where I'm going to stop, where those two meet. I'm not going to go any further than that. So Maury wants us to explain the dabbing versus massaging. So I just try not to really tug on my skin because I don't want any premature aging. And as I'm getting older, my skin is a little bit more fragile. So I always like to dab as much as I can on, and then, massage with my jade roller. I mean, you can definitely massage up a little bit, but it's just kind of preference, I think, when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Kim looked like you wanted to say something.
No, you hit it. You're fine. You're good. Always move up. Don't move down.
Yeah.
I was asking about the roller. It's the same concept. You want to move up, not down. You're not pulling yourself down. You're pulling yourself back up.
Against gravity.
Against gravity, yeah. So having said that, those are the 3 essentials, right? Cleanse, tone, moisturize. You can go on our website. You can go on your back office if you want to look at some marketing materials. But we do have value kits, which are really just these 3-piece essential systems with a discount. There is a skincare analysis on the Motives website that you can take. We are in the process of updating that, but we'll go through that. So I'm just going to open it up to our panelists because you all have been good sports, just kind of following along with us here. If anyone else wants to add, I'm going to maybe call out Dora because, again, on our 28-day skin challenge, I've noticed that you've been posting consistently and you have some really impressive before and after type pictures. So do you want to share what you were hoping to get out of that challenge, what products you were using? How did that work for you?
Yes, absolutely. So before I even I did the challenge or whatever, I took the skincare analysis test, and that actually recommended me to take the Thomas prescription, which I've been in this business for 3 years myself, and I've never ever tried this particular skincare line. I tried the Skintelligence, and then I moved to the Lumiere de Vie, but I never tried this one. And I would say for me, I'm very pleased with it because I do have a lot going on here. I have a lot of open pores. I have very, very, very oily skin, and I am over the age of 30. So I feel like this particular kit works better for me and for my skin type. What I do enjoy about it most with the cleanser too is, like I said, I have a lot of pores. So when I put this on, I love the fact that when I moisturize and rub it in my hands, I can kind of feel the beads a little bit. So it's kind of it gently exfoliates my skin as I'm cleaning it or whatever. Like I said, it's a lot of like deep stuff in there. So I feel like it really is deep cleansing. I'm very pleased with that. And then two, one thing I have to admit is that I didn't tone before. Like I would put my stuff on and I would moisturize, but I didn't tone. I did not ever realize the importance of toning. So that is very important, guys. Make sure you tone. So I've been doing that more and doing my moisturizer, of course, as well as adding in my other ingredients like my pure collagen and aloe juice and my digestive enzymes as well.
Love it.
And that's
Awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Of all the different cleansers, I love having Timeless in my shower. And then I have two different cleansers that I pull from for the night because I don't always take a shower at night. I might take it in the morning, and I have the LDV cleanser and the cellular cleanser outside of my shower, and then upstairs in my upstairs bathroom. Sometimes I'll wash my face up there. Someone's downstairs, and upstairs we have the Skintelligence because my boys use the Skintelligence. So I just love them all. I love them all.
Awesome.
I concur. Ian, anything you want to add? I'm trying to think who else didn't say anything. Or Stephanie, thanks for being on with us tonight.
Well, and I just want to congratulate all of you. All of our panelists tonight have been rocking the skincare challenge. I've had an amazing time seeing you guys with your progress, and I think you've really inspired others to do the same. So for those of you watching, if you haven't committed to that challenge yet, I encourage you to do it. And it's, again, just to get you in the habit so you can start anytime, document your progress. You'd be surprised. Sometimes if we don't take that before picture, we don't really always see the progress we're making. So it's nice, even if it's just for your reference, to look back and see. And then obviously we want you to keep going past the 28 days, right? We're just creating that habit, and then you can keep on going, and then invite your friends to do the same with you. Help them with their skin issues. There's nothing more rewarding than being able to do that with them.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to share that I have been using the skincare for a while, but I haven't been consistent, and I haven't continued to add new products. So with using the elixir, which I know we're not really talking about tonight, what an amazing product. And then I started using the brightening of the serum. So I'm really, really pleased with that. But I noticed such a difference in just the way my makeup looks. And, you know, the pictures that I had to put on without the makeup, my daughters both said they were proud of me that I would actually do that because they didn't think I would. So I am 64, so I definitely have seen some differences in my skin, but I'm loving the Lumiere. I thought maybe I should change the Cellular Labs, but I really like it. I think it's working, and I'm all about sharing that with my friends and my family. So I'm getting some new customers, and my daughter wants the whole set for Christmas.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, you look amazing, and I think that's the whole goal, right? Is not only for you to have a positive experience, but to empower other people. And I have to add on that, the elixir, I think I saw Lee using it. This does go on after your moisturizer. Many people think that maybe it's a treatment, but it's an elixir that's meant to be done after your moisturizer. But with all your skincare steps, make sure you're letting them dry in between, because if you layer too quickly or you use too much product, it will sort of build up and it'll cause like pilling on your skin where people feel like their skin's peeling off. But I think I have the elixir on my nightstand again, because if I'm using serums and treatments in my bathroom, by the time I go lay down, I have the roller and the elixir on my nightstand. And I do have more normal to oily skin, and that's been a game changer for me. I do only use it at night. But try the elixir if you've not. I feel confident. It's very affordable, especially because you only need a little bit. A lot of our serums are more of an investment, and they're absolutely worth it. But if you're looking maybe for one product to change your skin that you've not tried before, this would be something to try. And Annette, I love that. Yeah, Dr. D was saying 10 squats in between your layers, which makes sense. There was something else someone was saying. I think, Ivy, I saw earlier, Ivy said she uses the Skintelligence pH normalizer, the toner spray, all over. as do I. Like when I get out of the shower, I don't always put body lotion on everywhere, but I will at the very least spray this toner everywhere because it's very hydrating, specifically after you shave. So this is so affordable too. I don't know, I go through one a week probably in my house because everybody uses it for so many different things.
A great hair conditioner as well.
A hair conditioner, yes, good point. So I know a lot of you guys are sharing. I love that you're chatting and sharing some of your favorite tips or favorite products. We could talk for hours and hours. There's so many products to talk about, but we hope that this was helpful. If you just go on the Motives website and type in skin goals, there is a great landing page that walks you through some systems based on what you're wanting or how much time or how many products you're wanting to use. But before we sign off, I just wanted to invite Sandra or Amy or Megan, who else? Toby, anyone who wanted to add anything. We don't want to leave anyone out. We don't want to pressure you if you don't want to, but feel free to chime in and share any of your favorites.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Sandra. Like you mentioned before, I like the Skin Intelligence Toner. Feel, and I also like the Timeless Toner because it firms and tightens your skin. And I recently got the Gelée, Lumière de Vie Gelée, and I love it too.
Awesome.
And we're going to be talking about that in 2 weeks. We're going to have Kim actually come back, and Dr. D is going to be a guest as well. And they're going to be talking about those new amazing revolutionary products, the Gelée, and of course the hand and body renewal cream as well. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to hear all about it from you, Kim.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk more about it. I'm excited about that product, those two products.
So for this month of November, we are doing these Beauty Lounge series every other week, skincare, and then tying in cosmetics on the other week. So this coming Monday, we're going to have Jackie Gomez again, who many of you have seen before. She's a celebrity makeup artist, and Loren loves her as her own makeup artist when she's, traveling or doing fun things. So she's going to go over our new lip products. We just launched a whole new line of cream lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, and liquid lip glazes. They're all amazing. I'm excited for you guys to learn more about them. Order some for yourself. I know sometimes looking at colors can be hard. We have some great graphics on social media. We're sharing lots of people who are swatching on different types of skin tones. So you'll be able to see that, which is exciting. But and then like Lee said, the following week, so 2 weeks from tonight, you're going to hear from Kim and Dr. D specifically on, I just got them today, these two renewal products. So I'm very excited to use them. Truly blending beauty from the inside out with some of the acetyl astaxanthin antioxidant nutritional that we have with our skincare. It's so awesome. And yeah, so any.
Yes, and we will be here at 7 p.m. Eastern for the rest of the year for sure. So make sure to get it in your calendars, and you can join us here on Zoom. Same link to register for the series for every week. But I'm excited about next week too, because I'm hoping Jackie's going to share some tips on, how to apply lip liner and some contouring, lip contouring and things like that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So.
All right. Well, now we put our face to bed, so we're ready to relax. I'm going to do my elixir, and then we're ready to roll.
Have your beauty cocktail, and then go night-night.
Absolutely. All right. Good night, everyone.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye.